When will the Boeing 737 MAX finally take off? And are we ready to start distributing vaccines? What has been happening to the dollar? And did Bitcoin finally reach a new all-time high? This and more in this week's In Retrospect. After some troubled times, this has been a very good week for Boeing. The giant American plane maker announced its first firm order for the 737 MAX since the aircraft was grounded. In a multi-billion-dollar deal, Ryanair, Europe's largest budget airline, signed an agreement to purchase 75 new aircraft. This could be the beginning of the rehabilitation for the 737 MAX, following two fatal crashes within only 5 months of each other due to technical issues. This is also very good news for Boeing, of course, who saw its stock rise by more than 12% after the announcement came out. On Wednesday, the United States announced 200,000 new coronavirus infections and had over 100,000 COVID-infected patients in hospital. These are very scary numbers, and the director of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention warned that the next 3 months will probably be the toughest ever faced by the North American nation in terms of public health. As a massive vaccination campaign is about to start, this is pretty much the case of the darkest hour coming just before dawn. In the UK, the distribution of the COVID-19 vaccine is set to start next week, as the British government ensured the fast-track approval of the Pfizer-BioNTech inoculation. These are great news for the British and a big statement from the government led by Boris Johnson. In the aftermath of the announcement, several cabinet ministers came to public and said that the speed at which the process was conducted was only possible because of Brexit. Gavin Williamson, the Education Secretary, went further and he said that it was because the British are better than people from other countries. So this is obviously very controversial and also a little bit ironic if you consider that the vaccine was developed in Germany by people from Turkish heritage, produced in Belgium and funded by the Americans. But there you go. Let's talk about the markets now. This week, the focus has been on the US dollar. The dollar index, which measures the performance of the greenback versus a basket of 6 other major currencies, has been dropping. Since May, it already lost more than 8.5%, and just over the course of this week, it shed so far 1.2%. This is because there is now an improvement in risk appetite in the markets, with investors feeling more optimistic due to vaccine successes, but also to the improvement in the political atmosphere in Washington. There is now the possibility of bipartisan support being found for the fiscal stimulus package, and the doubts that persisted over the result of last month's presidential election are slowly but steadily fizzling out. Finally, as promised last week, we kept an eye on Bitcoin. It did hit an all-time high on Monday, reaching almost $20,000 per coin. However, the big news here is not that. The big news is that after hitting the record, Bitcoin did not come crashing down and remains above $19,000 per coin. This is all for today. I will be back next week with more views on current affairs and the financial markets. In the meantime, go to ActivTrades.com or ActivTrades.eu, depending on where you are, for more market analysis. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe our channel and click the like button. Thank you very much for watching.